First, what brought me to St. Paul's in general was just moving to Atlanta. When we got here, we were looking for a new church. We were looking specifically for a PCA church. And we liked that St. Paul's was open about its being a PCA church, where some other churches that we looked at were less informative about where they stood theologically and where they stood denominationally. And also with St. Paul's, after we had tried a few different churches, what we really liked about St. Paul's was that it wasn't trying to be something that it wasn't. It wasn't trying to be too cool. It was just open and laid bare about its problems. The people at St. Paul's were also just very open about their sin issues and their struggles. And that was something that really resonated with my wife and I, and was the reason why we decided to stay. The most impactful thing that has happened at St. Paul's in my walk with Christ mostly had to do with just some baggage that I brought here from the last place that we had lived that was just related to work stress and anxiety, things that I had just not been giving to Christ. And people came alongside and they walked with me through some of those issues and some of those struggles, and I was able to give up some of the kind of insecurities that I had. And so that was really impactful, and it really kind of changed my relationship with others at St. Paul's, as well as kind of deepened my relationship with Christ. I was able to give up some idols, and that was really big. The thing that really made us come to the decision that St. Paul's was the place that we wanted to be was, I think the minute that Ashley was actually visited before I did, but the minute that I stepped in, I could tell that it was open and inviting to a lot of different people. You just look around the congregation and it is just different on all levels. And that was good, and that was something that we were looking for. It doesn't mean that, like we're perfect or anything like that, but it means that there's a real kind of sense in which people feel comfortable being there, worshiping Christ in a way I think that is healthy for a church and a neighborhood. That it can bring in so many different people of different backgrounds with different struggles. And they all find a home and a community here. And that's a big deal. That was a big deal to us. What I would like to see is for us to kind of be just kind of constant, I think is the big thing. Kind of constantly present in the Midtown area, ministering to it at all of its levels, all of its economic levels, all of its racial levels, with all of its various struggles, and not trying to kind of not trying to be too hip or anything like that, but really just kind of staying constant in ministering to those that are there and those that we feel called to minister to. I think that if we do that well, that community is going to be happening. We're going to be bringing in a lot of diversity from all kind of different walks of life that are really present in Midtown. I think that's what Midtown needs, is a place that can be kind of bringing together kind of the fractures and the fissures of the Midtown area.